Close. Detroit Pistons forward Blake Griffin speaks to the media after the 95-92 loss to the Nuggets on Tuesday, March 26, 2019, in Denver. Vince Ellis, Detroit, Free Press. With between 9 and 6 games left for all 30 teams in the NBA's regular season, it's time to have some fun and predict where the Detroit Pistons will finish in the compact bottom third of the Eastern Conference playoff standings. Entering Thursday's games, 5 teams are battling for the final 3 spots in the East. 6. Brooklyn Nets, 38-37, 7. Detroit Pistons, 37-37, 1/2, 8. Orlando Magic, 37-38, 1/9. Miami Heat, 36-38, 1.5, 10. Charlotte Hornets, 35-39, 2.5. The Magic, 6 straight wins, and Hornets, 4 straight wins, are the 2 hottest teams in the entire East. Meanwhile, the Pistons have lost 3 in a row to fall into a precarious spot. They are home Thursday to host Orlando. Can Blake Griffin guide the Pistons to the playoffs for the first time since 2016? Let's find out. Photo, Raj Mehta, USA Today Sports. Meanwhile, the top of the East is set, barring a collapse, with the only question being which team will get home court advantage in the 4-5 matchup between Indiana and Boston. 1. Milwaukee Bucks, 56-19, 2. Toronto Raptors, 52-23, 4-3. Philadelphia 76ers, 47-27, 8.5, 4. Indiana Pacers, 45-30, 11-5. Boston Celtics, 44-31, 12. Free Press sports writer Marlo Walter takes a look at the remaining schedules of the 5 teams slotted 6-10 to predict which earn a playoff berth and in what order. Strength of schedule and league rank based on opponent winning percentage, according to Tankathon.com. Brooklyn, 38-37, Nets guards D'Angelo Russell and Spencer Dinwiddie. Strength of schedule remaining, 0.642, remaining games, at Philadelphia, versus Boston, versus Milwaukee, versus Toronto, at Milwaukee, at Indiana, versus Miami. 538 projects, 40-42, analysis. The Nets went 2-4 on their brutal Western Conference road trip, but the schedule remains unkind. Miami is the easiest game left, and the Nets will have a 2-day rest advantage in that matchup. Brooklyn is the best team of the 5 teams we're considering, with dynamic scoring guards D'Angelo Russell and Spencer Dinwiddie, a plethora of long, athletic wing players and a solid rim protector in Jarrett Allen. They hold the head-to-head tiebreakers over the Pistons and Magic. I have the Nets nipping the Heat on the last day of the season to earn their first playoff berth since 2015, which would also give them the tiebreak advantage over the Heat. Better conference record. Prediction, 41-41. They go 3-4, earning the 7th seed in a first-round matchup against Toronto. Pistons, 37-37, Andre Drummond is averaging a career-high 17.3 points this season, and leads the NBA, grabbing 15.4 rebounds. Photo, Raj Mehta, USA Today Sports. Strength of schedule remaining, 0.497, 16. Remaining games, versus Orlando, versus Portland, at Indiana, versus Indiana, at OKC, versus Charlotte, versus Memphis, at NY Knicks. 538 projects, 42-40, analysis. Back from their own trip out west, Thursday's game against the surging Magic is gigantic. A Pistons win would give them the head-to-head tiebreaker over the Magic, and will hold the tiebreaker over Miami. Better conference record. Detroit has the best home record of the 5 teams, 23-13, and 5 of their final 8 games are at Little Caesars Arena. We'll see if Blake Griffin has enough left to finish strong. He's shooting 36.8% over his past 8 games, but I think they go 4-1 at home, and beat the Knicks on the final day of the season, solidifying second playoff berth this decade. Prediction, 42-40. They go 5-3, earning the 6th seed in a first-round matchup against Philadelphia. Magic, 37-38, Magic center Nikola Vucevic was an all-star for the first time this season. Photo, The Associated Press. Strength of schedule remaining, 0.487, 18. Remaining games, at Detroit, at Indiana, at Toronto, versus NY Knicks, versus Atlanta, at Boston, at Charlotte. 538 projects, 40-42, analysis. Orlando has surged into playoff position, and trying to make its first trip to the postseason since Stan Van Gundy and Dwight Howard led the team in 2012. The defense has been one of the NBA's best since Feb. 1 but 5 of their final 7 games are on the road, where they are 14-22 this season. Tuesday's 104-99 road win at Miami gave Orlando the head-to-head tiebreaker. The Magic doesn't have any games on back-to-back nights. I have them losing the next 3 and a heartbreaker in Boston. Prediction, 40-42. They go 3-4, finishing 9th and out of the playoffs for the 7th consecutive season. Heat 36-38, now 37 years old. Dwayne Wade is retiring at the end of this season. Photo, The Associated Press. Strength of schedule remaining, .505. 13 remaining games, versus Dallas, at NY. Knicks, at Boston, versus Boston, at Minnesota, at Toronto, versus Philadelphia, at Brooklyn. 538 projects, 39-43, analysis. Will Dwayne Wade's final season end with another trip to the postseason? The road has its pitfalls, especially after losing the tiebreaker to the Magic despite being at home. If they can split the home and home with Boston on April 1st and 3, they have a chance to finish ahead of Orlando. I'm predicting they win at Minnesota, and knock off the Sixers, who should have their seeding locked up, giving us all one final run of Wade in the playoffs. Prediction, 41-41. They go 5-3, earning the 8th seed in a first-round matchup against Milwaukee. Hornets, 35-39. Kemba Walker will be a free agent this summer. Photo, The Associated Press. Strength of schedule remaining, .509. 11 remaining games, at LA. Lakers, at Golden State, at Utah, at New Orleans, versus Toronto, at Detroit, at Cleveland, versus Orlando. 538 projects, 38-44, analysis. Charlotte seemed dead a week ago, but got new life with an 18-point fourth-quarter comeback versus Boston, and a stunning half-court buzzer beater from Jeremy Lamb in Toronto. But 6 of their final 8 games are on the road, where they are 11-24. A bigger issue looming over the franchise: what happens with star guard Kemba Walker's free agency? Prediction, 38-44. They go 3-5, finishing 10th and out of the playoffs for the 3rd season in a row. 538's full projections. Read more on the Detroit Pistons, and sign up for our Pistons newsletter. Follow Marlo Alter on Twitter, @MarloAlter.